thought I heard you say that.
Hello there. How are you? Hopefully you're keeping warm. Maybe you have a cup of something warm like David does. What are you drinking?
It's cold in here. It's chilly in here.
It is.
It is. Maybe just to me. It's hot decaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot decaf. And it's cold outside. You usually go out to get something for dinner.
I do.
You did
Tonight I intentionally brought something so I didn't have to go back out into the weather. You know, I feel for anyone who's having to work outdoors, people who are in landscape and construction, because this is pretty cold by our standards.
Right, 40s, and it's low 40s outside right now. And there's a north wind, and it's kind of a wet cold. There's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, and so when that wind blows across your skin, it really feels cold out there.
Oh boy, does it,
Hey, let me show you what's going on the Texas radar and satellite.
Please do.
Let me put up Weather 1 real quick. So look, San Antonio is getting snow flurries right now. San Antonio.
Really? How often does that happen?
Not very often, but the light rain has turned over to a light snow. They're expecting a light dusting of snow on grassy surfaces around San Antonio. You know, New Braunfels is going to see snow flurries here during the next hour. They may see a light dusting on grassy surfaces. So I've circled that area. That's where light rain and light snow is developing now. And I've drawn that arrow. That's where I expect that whole area to move. So Brenham, Washington County, Bryan College Station, Navasota, Beat Eyes, Huntsville. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Colorado County, Columbus, Austin County, Industry, New Ulm, Cat's Spring. I think I said that right, Cat Spring.
You're talking a lot of area there, David.
Those are spots that are going to have a chance of seeing a little bit of light sleet or snow overnight tonight. This is that little area, that little upper level disturbance we've been looking at the past couple of days. Houston, most likely we will be too warm. We'll get cold rain. But maybe a pellet of sleet in Katy, Spring, Tomball. That's not out of the question tonight.
Oh.
Even if we do get it, temperatures are above freezing. We've been warm the past several days, so nothing will stick, so no significant travel. Even in San Antonio, they're not expecting any significant travel problems up the 35 corridor, San Marcos, Austin.
That's the best kind of snow, right?
It is.
I mean, if you're going to see flurries, just light flurries that don't really impact the roadways.
We had this 2017 December, remember that?
Yes.
An inch or two fell. But it was one of those where the ground was semi-warm, and even though we had 2 inches of snow, it didn't cause any big travel problems.
Yeah. So we have some friends joining us. Thanks so much for joining us. Go ahead, send us your comments. Someone says, Cynthia Barsana says,
Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia. Hubby says it's very windy in Huntsville.
Yeah, that's that northwest wind. See, that's bringing in more cold air, so temperatures have been dropping this evening. They're in the 30s now, upper 30s for Columbus and College Station, so it's getting down there.
You know, I went to school at Sam Houston State University in Huntsville.
The Bearcats.
Yes, eat 'em up cats, right? And every now and then you could see snow there on the hill, and people would go down the hill. So I don't think we'll see quite that much, if any, in Huntsville.
I don't think so. But were you in the meeting, the 2:30 meeting today?
I wasn't. I was out on a shoot.
So one of the things with tonight's weather is that there is a large spoonful of uncertainty. Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly how this is going to play out. We might end up getting more sleet and snow, Huntsville, Brenham, College Station, than what the computer models are showing. That's because the actual air that's coming in is colder than what the models have been forecasting. Mm-hmm. Computer models are not perfect. They're trying to forecast the future just like a human, and it's tough to do. But when we see the actual air temperature is colder by several degrees than what the models had been saying, that's like, okay, the models are off. It's colder. We might end up with more areas that get a little frozen next tonight.
Jasmine Ortiz.
Hey, Jasmine.
Hello there. She says, what temperature would be safe to leave dogs outside? I know it's cold, usually bring mine in, but sometimes people don't know. Good question. A lot of people are worried or concerned about their pets, their plants, and their pipes whenever the temperature drops this much.
Absolutely. I've got 5 cats and 3 dogs, I think.
You've got a 0 over there, don't you?
Mine are all mutts. They're all furry. If you've got a purebred that's really short hair, you might want to make sure that they're in. My basic understanding of canines and having had them is that some of them love the cold. And as long as they've been fed and they've got food in their system, calories to burn, they'll burn the calories and they'll stay warm. I've got a shepherd dog who will not come in if it's 22 degrees. They'll be outside.
Feels good to him outside.
Exactly. He wants, those sled dogs, that the Iditarod dogs, they operate best in temperatures that are well below zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, so dogs are designed to be survivors out there. You don't have to pamper them too much, but I always make sure they're fed, and if they want to stay out, have some sort of blanket to lay on.
Okay, a couple of more comments / questions for you. Then I have a couple of questions for you. Maria Garcia, snow for spring, ?
Probably.
Lindsay Jackson, Pinehurst, ? Any chances?
Probably not, but maybe. Because again, there's this spoonful of uncertainty in the forecast tonight. The temperatures outside have been running 3, 4, 5 degrees colder than the computers thought they would be. So it's colder, and that may lead to some of the cold rain actually mixing with some sleet, maybe a snowflake tonight. Again, if it happens spring Pinehurst, it's not going to stick, and it won't cause any road problems tomorrow. School is not canceled.
Yet a lot of people asking that question. How did you know? How did you know?
Well, because I dreamt of that growing up as a kid here. Get 'em, Ponderosa Cowboys.
Yes. All right. Robin Finstad said, very cold in Fort Worth, ice on side roads. Thanks for sharing that, Robin. Kawasi, it's cold in Los Angeles too. Thanks for watching from LA.
Hey, Robin.
It's
cool.
pretty cold across the country too.
Yes, this is a sprawling area. I mean, it's cold from Alaska all the way down to Brownsville tonight across the USA. It's full-blown winter.
Abel Rodriguez asked, are we going to see snow in Pasadena? I think I already know the answer to this
Almost
one.
likely, no, we're not going to. You were going to ask some questions about the climate and this winter.
Right. So being a native Houstonian, I'm very familiar with in January and February.
Yeah.
I know from experience that we can see a hard freeze, we can see a wintry mix, ice on the roads. I mean, I've seen the whole city shut down from ice on the roads. But David, it really appears to be a relatively mild winter we've had thus far.
And we had a mild one last year as well, so it looks like 2 mild winters in a row. We had colder temperatures in November. Remember, we had the freezing temperatures in the 20s the first 2 weeks of November. That was in fall.
And that felt so premature.
Yeah, that was out of whack. So now this winter, it just hasn't been as cold as it can get, and we've been above normal. I noticed the grasses are growing. I saw ant beds forming in my yard.
I've seen a lot of those.
That means the soil temperature is coming up, and they're getting active. It's a sign of an early spring, or at least a not so cold winter. I've got these beehives. They are so busy. It's like they never slowed down. They're still bringing pollen in and out, so something's blooming in the middle of winter.
Because it's been so warm.
I think because it's been so warm. Yeah, they're way ahead of schedule.
Okay, a couple of more comments, and then we're going to run off so David can get the forecast, computers, all that going. Heavenly, nice name, by the way.
Yeah.
Snow flurries in the woodlands, she asked.
Unlikely, but not out of the question. And the timing on this would be between midnight and 2, 3 a.m. if it's going to happen, between midnight and 2 or 3 a.m. After that, it's going to clear out and it's all over. But unlikely for the woodlands, more likely out toward Navasota and College Station.
Hosan Lozano, hi from Puerto Rico. Hello there.
All right.
Okay, and then this is a good one, a good way to wrap. Christopher Mayorga says, come back, sun. So when is it going to warm back up?
Tomorrow afternoon, the sun comes back out. It won't warm up. We're going to be in the 50s. 70 for a high on Friday, 71 Saturday, I think 72 on Sunday. So it warms up for the week. It's not beach weather, Mia.
You know me, I'm eager to get a jump on spring break weather at any time. Okay, that's going to do it for now. Friends, we'll see you at 10 o'clock for KHOU 11 News at 10. Stay warm.